So the title of the work is The New Colonists. Is talking about space exploration, what I'm calling the new space race, but I think is the new era of space exploration today. And basically what it is I followed several scientists around Europe. It's a new generation of scientists, engineers, geologists who are preparing to colonize Mars, first the moon, maybe then Mars, then another planets. And what basically is a series of portraits of these scientists. Some of them are going in a one-way trip ticket to Mars through a mission here based in the Netherlands. Some others are working with the European Space Agency, building habitats around Europe and making these psychological experiments and biology and geological experiments. And then the other side of this project is the more human side. So I went to a place called Mars in Pennsylvania in the US. It's a little town. And I thought that in this work it would be interesting and fun as well to have this relationship in which on one hand side you have people wanting to go to Mars and never come back. And on the other hand side you have a little town called Mars. And in a way for me it was this main question of why would we want to go to Mars if we have Mars on Earth? Or what is that we need in this kind of need to explore further beyond Earth? Why forgetting about Earth today? In this kind of pursuit of an extraordinary, it's extraordinary to space exploration, I'm not against it, but I guess that my interest as an artist and as a photographer and as a human being today is to never forget the Earth and use whatever we find in these explorations to preserve and develop and support our planet because it's unique and it's very important. So in that sense, what I explored with these objects, I wanted it to be interactive because sometimes I feel photography is limited in some ways, and that's very exciting in a plastic way for me. What that enables me is to use different languages. So I use the language of the animation, as you can see behind me. I use the language of some kind of hand drawings and video, sound. But mainly for me, it's important that the new generations kind of close the gap in between seeing a space exploration as this exotic, faraway thing that is happening beyond us and see it from the more human and maybe less glamorous and more boring side, which is related to things that will affect us as human beings. This means that, for example, at the moment there's a loophole in the law policy that talks about space exploration in which everything is referred as to countries, but it's not referring to corporations. And that's what I'm including in the video animation. So there's an interview with a scientist activist in the UK who's talking about the need of producing these laws that is going to happen maybe in 15, 20 years' time, but maybe in 15, 20 years' time is when we are going to start making the moon village, what is being called the moon village, a reality. So the reason to have this interactive is because I want young people and I want kids to interact with the images, perceive the images in a different way, experience the work in a different way, and through it, like prodding and acting with it, start questioning why is that I'm seeing a less exotic side of space exploration. Why is that I'm not seeing only the technology about the space exploration, but I'm seeing the more human side? And what does that mean? So they start kind of wondering about this different language that is much more mundane, that is much more boring, but that at the end is going to affect us all. And it's important to start addressing it.